Hi everybody and welcome to Mother Cow Crochet. Today I'm going to show you, that is the dog. We got a house gift and her name is Greta. Closest in English would be Greta, or I don't know if you call it Gretchen, it's the same name. Only German instead, but Greta is our little, I think it's called Dachshund. You know the little small sausage that tends to be a little bit round on the middle? That's Greta. She's an old lady. She's I think she's 12 years old. So we're just babysitting her because her daddy is away. So we got a house guest. New hair. Just cut off all my blonde. So I have to do new blonde this weekend. Really do have to. So now I'm going to show you how I do my bamboo jacket, summer jacket. It comes in many different variations, with short sleeves, with long sleeves, with 3/4 sleeves. You can do whatever you want. The pattern is changeable, so you can fit a small girl or a big girl or a girl in between. This one is made for my 8-year-old, soon to be 9, and it also suits the 5-year-old because we have the same amount of stitches to start with. For this children's size, I've used 84 stitches plus 1. And then I had 12 and in the next a corner, and the corner is a half double crochet, chain 2 and a half double crochet. And in the next 14 I did half double crochets, and in the next I did a corner, and that was half double crochet, 2 chains and a half double crochet. In the back there is 24 stitches, and in the 25th there is a corner. And then I did 14 and a corner, and then 12 and not a corner, because then it stops. Then you chain 1 and turn. And then you just go back and forth, and in every corner, just as you do a granny square, you do the new corner. So it gets bigger and bigger. Started with the grown-up size. So here it goes from the start. My project, I used my bamboo yarn. It's for a knitting needle 4, and on the label it says crochet hook 3. I used a size, there it is. I used a size 5 for my project, and it suits. It goes along very well together. It's bamboo cotton 50/50, and you can, I think you can choose anything you like, because I've done this in wool with it's for a 5mm, and I think I used a 6 or a 7mm. So you just have to do your measurements. And why do anything as I used to? I started with doing a chain of 10 in just one strand. And then I got my buttonhole all finished, and I got something to hold on when I'm doing the chain in double strands. So that's how I'm going to start. A chain of 10, slip stitch together for a ring, and then I'm with the 2 strands doing my chain. I did my chain in double strands because for me it was a little bit fiddly. Doing it was just one. I did this just with 1 strand for the first purple jacket, and for this one I did double strand, and it was so much easier for me. So I did double strand. So I just did my chain of 10 into a ring, then I hold into my ring, and then I take both strands. So remember, if you want to do it in both strands, you can do it in any way you like, but if you want to do it in both strands, you just have to do a really long, I did too long, but better too long than too small, too short, because then you just have to cut off the thread instead of ripping it up and starting over. So I started with doing 120 stitches for my grown-up size, and plus 1. And then I turn and do my half double crochet in the second stitch from the hook. I do 17 stitches, half double crochets, and then I do a corner. And then I do 19 stitches, and in the next I do a corner. And then I do 34 stitches and the corner, and then I do 19 again, and then a corner, and last but not least I do 17. And this is how, there it goes, how big it gets on a grown-up girl. So if you want it bigger, you can do it. Sometimes when I do these kind of jackets, I divide the number even on 6 sides. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and with no in between in the back. But for this one, I divided it in 6 and plus on, added on 2 extra on the sleeves, because I don't want it too narrow in my sleeves. So that's a good rule. Divide it by 6 and just do the double in the back. So that works. So I got 120. I hope my counting adds up. So I'm just doing my increases in my 4 corners and just trying it on. If you're doing it for someone that isn't close by, so you can try it on to see if it fits on the underneath the arm, you can do a measurement from the, in Swedish it's called nyckelben. The bone you have just in the start of your neck, or I'm going to show you later on. If you measure it from that point where your increases are, and measure it down to just under your arm, then you get quite a good measurement of how long it's going to be. Or you just measure it on, you fold it together and measure it on perhaps a t-shirt or something else that suits the person who is going to get it. So that's an easy way to do it. For my 8-year-old, 9-year-old, perhaps I should say 9-year-old now, because it's just a couple of weeks left. For Jojo, I think I did 20 or 22 rows. I think it was 20. And when I'm done doing those, I just fold it, and then I crochet the corners together on each side, and then I've made my sleeve armhole. But I don't want it to be too tight underneath the arm, because then it feels strange. You can't move your arms in front of you and upwards and so on. So I just when I knit, I put in some extra stitches. And for this one, the children's size, I put in 4 stitches and then just kept on half double crocheting on the next from the next corner. And on this grown up, I'm going to do 6 chains, and then just keeping on the next corner. So I've got some rows to do on this one, and on this one when I crocheted my corners together and made the armhole, I just did 1 row of half double crochets just to put it together. And after that, I chose my stitches for the body. You can just keep on doing half double crochets. You can do it straight down so you don't add any stitches. But Jojo wanted something different. So I tried a whole lot of different stitches, different techniques. Frogged it, I think, 1,000 times. I was doing this one for, I think it was 3 or 4 hours late one evening. And at the end of the evening, when I was going to bed, I just done 2 rows. But I found a suiting stitch for the dress she's going to wear it to, and for this color, and it suits Jojo too. And I did a chain of 5, skipped 2, and did a single crochet in the 3rd, and just kept on doing 5 chains, skipped 2, and a single crochet in the 3rd. And on the way back, I did 7 double crochets in each bow, all the way to the end. And then I turned, slip stitched on up till the top of my first bow, and then I started doing 5 chains and a single crochet in the top of the next bow, and so on. So that's how I'm doing this one. It turns out pretty sweet. It's a kind of a shell, but an airy shell. Don't know what we can call it. But that's what I've done on this one. On this one, I haven't decided yet what it's going to be. So that's quite fun. It's like thinking of a border on a blanket while you're doing the blanket. So this is how I do my jacket. And then you can do it, just do more after you crochet them together. You can do more on the sleeves, so you can get longer short sleeve, or 3/4 sleeve, or long sleeve. This pattern is very changeable, or variable. Love it, and you can do so many things with it. You can also use this for a sweater. Just don't do the split in the front. And then you actually are crocheting raglan. Super fun. Did some sweaters in this style too, so it's really fun to use. Hope you will try it and do a successful project. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. And I hope all the numbers adds up. So enjoy and keep on hooking. Bye. It just hit me. I think it's called collarbone. This bone here. So you measure from here and underneath the arm. But as I said, you can easily just take a t-shirt or something that fits, and measure on that one.